Ding dong, Wenger's gone. Cue mass celebrations from Arsenal fans around the world. The majority of Arsenal fans, I'm going to go out on a limb and say the majority of Arsenal fans will be happy with the decision that Arsene Wenger is going to leave the football club at the end of the season. Should they be though? Now, listen, immediately, yes, I have been on this channel, I've been on Ball Street, I've been on Arsenal Fan TV, I've been on Redmen TV, I've been in many different places in the last few seasons and said it's time for Arsene Wenger to leave that football club because he's done all he's ever going to do with them. If he couldn't challenge for the title in 13-14 onwards, he's never going to, ever going to be able to, because he's had the players. He's had world-class players at his disposal, and he's never quite been able to match up to the teams that he had in the first decade of him being manager of that football club. And the problem is, football moves fast, and football has moved exceptionally fast in the last 5 years. And though Arsene Wenger was a pioneer in terms of nutrition, modernising how footballers approach the game, off the field and on the field, the passing, the exciting attacking football was a breath of fresh air when he came to the league in the 90s, and when he reached up to a climax of what that side could achieve in the early noughties. Absolutely phenomenal. It shouldn't be underestimated how important Arsene Wenger has been to the development of English football, not just the Premier League, but in general, and how it's been perceived around the world as well. Arsenal have got a massive fan base for a reason. It's not just because they're a football club, it's not just because they're there. They've had to be there, they've had to get there, and people malign the fact that they got into top four every season is like lack of ambition or whatever. It's not. Very, very good thing, very, very good base situation to be in. Arsenal are a massive global enterprise now because of Arsene Wenger. Let's be honest, from a fan's perspective, look, and I've said this myself, Liverpool, as a Liverpool fan, I want to see Liverpool get back to being consistently a Champions League side again. But if Liverpool spent 10 years, just 10, being there, but not having a good fist at winning the big silverware during that time, I'd start to get itchy feet too, and I think we'd be within our right to start questioning, what do we have to do to take it up to the next level? Because ultimately, particularly from an Arsenal perspective, it's going to doubly hurt when you've got the likes of Chelsea winning titles every other season, because they're being ruthless, chopping and changing, spending big money and bringing home the big pots as well. So it's an important step for Arsenal to get rid of the manager. Absolutely, absolutely. But does it mean that all of Arsenal's problems are fixed right now? No. No. Does it? Bollocks. And you know why? Because Arsene Wenger has his talent-like, vulture-ish, weird, creepy Mr. Burnsy, just claws into every single aspect of that football club, and pulling him out, whether it's a clean break or whether he hangs around in some form of high capacity or not, is completely irrelevant. It will be harder if he's there, but it's an almost impossible task in the short term anyway. It's not an impossible task, but it's an almost impossible task because, and I don't think people realise this, and I think people will realise this in the fullness of time, like with any job, you don't realise the work that the important people in that business internalise themselves until they're gone. We all take on little things. Maybe you're the fella who puts the office bin out, or maybe you're the person who wipes the window down, maybe you're the person who always puts the toilet seat down. Maybe Wenger's all of them. Maybe he is. Maybe Wenger cleans the toilets. I don't know. But the point is that no one quite knows until that person's not there. It's like, wow, why is there always piss all over the toilet seat? Why is the toilet seat always up? Why are those windows so dirty? Why is that bin overflowing? We've seen it with Manchester United. Different circumstances, because Ferguson went out, absolutely on top and left massive shoes to fill, just in terms of the expectations. Now, in some respects, it's easier at Arsenal because a new manager coming in doesn't have the weight of expectation of inheriting a Champions League or a Premier League winning side. It gives them a little bit of wiggle room. But here's the thing, we saw it regardless. David Moyes, Manchester United, look, it was a terrible appointment, but in some regards, he's kind of a decent appointment because, like with any long relationship, you get out of it, and what's the first thing you want to do? You want to walk back into another long-term relationship. If you've been with someone for ages, you've grown used to what that represents. You like being in that kind of status. And what Man United did was they jumped into bed in another long-term relationship with the wrong person without realising that David Moyes was just the rebound girl. Just the girl that you're meant to have a little bit of fun with for a bit, get the last one out of your system, and then you move on back to being into your normal life again. Better, fitter, stronger, with lighter balls. There's a very good chance Arsenal are going to have to go through the rebound manager as well. The new guy's going to have to come in. He's going to have to get a new way of working. He's going to have to work out what his responsibilities are. Who is in charge of what at Arsenal Football Club, what his boundaries are. Get to know his new squad, bring in new players, set the focus for the coming seasons. But there's a very good chance that he might not be able to be a success. Mainly as well, just because of the timing. Man City are as strong as they've ever been. Liverpool are as strong as they've been for a decade. Spurs are as strong as they've ever been. Chelsea are Chelsea. Chelsea will always be up there because they've got the financial clout and the ruthlessness to do it. Manchester United are Manchester United. Even if Mourinho has a complete and utter third season meltdown, they'll just get someone else in boss and they'll be okay to move forward because they've gone through their really, really tricky period already. Hopefully for Arsene Wenger, for the legacy that he should have in this league, let's hope he leaves on a high. Look, if they win the Europa League, they will. That would be great. It's the one thing missing from his cabinet is a European trophy. You know, Premier League titles, sound, loads of FA Cups, loads of charity shields. Good on you, Arsene. But no, seriously, the man has been one of the best managers in the league and in Europe for a very, very long time. Not in terms of winning things, but in terms of the global enterprise that he has helped to craft to make Arsenal the size of the football club that they are and to deal with the circumstances around moving the stadium, keeping Arsenal afloat in that. Arsene Wenger deserves respect for what he's done for Arsenal and for what he's done for the English game as well. But I think there's one or two fans out there who think that all their problems are going to be solved with Wenger out. Maybe they will be. And for their sake, I like a lot of Arsenal fans. I work a lot with the Arsenal Fan TV lads. They're good people. I don't like to see people that I like put through turmoil. I do have a slight concern that things might not be as cut and dry, might not be as simple as Wenger out equals all the problems solved. Anyway, just my thoughts on Arsene Wenger, Wenger out, Arsenal Football Club and the future for what it's worth. Listen, drop a subscribe, drop a like, do all that kind of stuff. Close to 40,000 subscribers. That'll be amazing if we get there before the end of the season. Nice one.